recording. Let's turn on some music for me. So what's new this weekend with everybody? Over, down. Let's go. That's always smooth. Enjoying the white piece of paper in front of them. Let's get this sketch going. Happy Sunday afternoon, everybody. Sure we got everybody else up in front of them. And that. Let's do this one today, huh? Hello. So if there's any questions, today we're going to be doing a little bit more imaginative work, like yesterday's little air bike. So I thought we would start applying some of these imagination things to what I'm working on personally. So. Someone was mentioning they kind of look like a pod racer or something. Which isn't a bad comparison. So I'm just going to lay in some simple gestural shapes in here. Max out my use of the space properly, and that should be good right there. Kind of like that shape, that gesture. Good day, mate. I guess it's Monday over in Australia. Nose. If anyone over in the D-Live side today, or on the YouTubes, or even on Twitch. Hello, Sydney. Is it live from the Opera House? We have a new professor at the university I met. She just moved here from Sydney. She's an American. She's working at a toy company, Hasbro, or some other things over there. But I think she's happy to be back. Sort of happy to be back in the U.S. Potential details on that real quick. State your business. Move along. Hello, June Volvoum. If that is your real name. May I get my microphone over here? Still where it is from last night's lesson. There we go. Should make it easier to hear what I'm saying if I put that over in the right spot. So, I'm starting to think maybe I fixed my iPhone and the network's being much nicer to me today, so far, and yesterday. Yesterday I went through and reset my phone, updated to the newest operating system, and then reinstalled everything on there. And it seems to be much happier. I think. So hopefully it will remain happy. That's at least the long-term goal, right? All right, now where are we gonna sit on here? Everybody coming in? Let me know if there's any questions. Drinking this odd concoction today. It's a apple cider vinegar thing I've been reading about. Don't know if it'll actually be of any benefit, but I thought I'd give it a try. It's not very expensive. Make the right mixture, and it doesn't taste too bad. But I kind of wanted to apply a lot of the lessons I've been learning about sketching and drawing mechanical things. See what we can come up with here. So hopefully I've been learning my lessons well and actually come up with something interesting. That's at least the objective. Attaching there, and then indicate some stuff under here. Hello everybody coming in. Do let me know if there's any questions. I always talk about, you know, the things I'm trying to work on, like the online teaching that I'm doing. So, you know, if you're obviously interested in that, go to my teaching side at the top of the screen where I've got tutorials in intensive 1 and 2 point perspective, and working on other courses as well, but those are going to be the first ones. 2 point does need a little bit more work done on it, but it's mostly there. Get some bags strapped onto the side of his bike. So of course, you're skulking over there on the D-Live side. Don't hesitate to speak up. Если стесняешь дел, потому что не говоришь по-английски, то сможем свободно говорить по-русски. Paint over here now? Okay, there it goes. Glad you like it there, Kaya. Alright, look where that's at. So I think we're ready for some inking. So let's grab our little 0.3, this guy, and maybe this one, maybe more like this one. Hopefully this thing, here, let's do a quick pass with the hair dryer. Hold your ears, everybody. wasn't too terrible for anyone, but jump into the inks now. Hello. Everybody coming in, let me know if there's any questions. If you're new in here and you haven't seen me working before, or you haven't been here on the actual live stream, for those that are interested, I do have that teaching site at the top of the screen. Where I currently have tutorials in perspective, a few other subjects as well with my monthly series, the Map Monthly. And I may do one of these vehicles depending on how this goes over the next couple of weeks as the subject for this month's, rather October's Map Monthly. And yeah, depending on what people want to see. Hello. Hello. Everybody coming in? Do let me know if there's any queries, questions, quandaries, quizzes. So today I'm working on one of these bikes I've been doing the last couple days. Thought I'd take a break from the morning studies and start doing some more actual imagined work, which is what all those morning studies are for, right? Hello. Oof. So hopefully people like this. I'm certainly having fun. We or oi? everybody coming in. Just working on today's sketch. I think I transition a little bit from the studies to doing some more imagined work. Go back to the studies maybe a little bit later this week. But I thought it'd be fun to sit down and do a few of these in place of the what I've been doing before. Use some of these tools I've been playing with and practicing with for the last while. So that's what's going on here. Hello. Circle around here. And of course, as usual, if somebody has any questions. As far as myself, if you don't know who I am, I teach at Ringling College of Art and Design in Florida. I also teach privately, but I also do a lot of freelance. In fact, I just did some storyboards today. Going to review those in a bit, be sure I'm still happy with them. And then I also freelance doing concept art for games and other entertainment properties. So I keep pretty damn busy with everything. I also have a bunch of plants. See my somewhat struggling philodendron up here above. I really put it through its paces earlier this year when I was sitting down to decide what to learn about plants. And everybody coming in, do let me know if there's any questions. But that's kind of what I do. So I just moved down here to start teaching at Ringling. I used to teach at a few other universities, Kutztown in Pennsylvania, SCAD in Hong Kong, which SCAD's a crazy place. Hong Kong's cool though. And teach privately online and taught a few other places. Mostly been a sporadic freelancer, but I do enjoy it when it comes in. Had a big focus on it this year, especially through the summer. And that was really good for me. hopefully good for my clients. They all seem very happy with the work, so. And I had a good time with the projects. One day, hopefully, I'll be able to share them. Let's see. Anyway, so this year I've been, if you look through my sketchbook here, this is supposed to be my illustration account, but it just kind of turned into more of my sketch studies I do with ink and watercolor and other media. Might not know any of that, so. But the sketch studies grew out of a desire for me to improve the quality of my work by increasing my understanding of certain subject matters that I don't think I understood as well. Especially things like drawing vehicles and certain things about architecture that I thought it was okay at, but I felt could use a lot of improvement by actively studying it through sketching it out. And there's other ways, of course, studying, actually learning about how all these things work, which I didn't do, but I like to think that I've added on to my vocabulary of understandings by sketching out these things and making them an important part of my almost daily activity. Hopefully that's brought some benefit to the clients I have and had. So anyway, these current ones I'm doing right now, I did yesterday and today. Thought I'd start applying some of the things I've been studying by actually sitting down and figuring this stuff out by rendering new things, making up something, working with my imagination, which I think is really important. So also been posting a lot more over on my teaching Instagram, the myartprofessor one. So if you haven't followed me over there, do head over there and check it out. I've been posting a lot of the time lapses of demos I do in my classes. Also be posting, post the portions at least of the online stuff I teach privately, is just a little sample of kind of what goes on in those classes. Easiest thing probably for me is drawing nature stuff. That's one of the reasons why I started drawing all of these vehicles and cars and things, is because those are always more difficult for me. And I think they probably still are. This certainly is not going to be perfect. But what I'm trying to do here is reference my imagination. So I'm not actually looking at anything specific. I'm just trying to think about the types of shapes and things that I've drawn over the last year, or a good portion of this last year anyway, and see what I can kind of pull out of my head as like a sketchbook study. So vehicles and things like that are definitely more difficult. Anything kind of mechanically based, just because I haven't had as much experience with that. So now I'm going to start doing more of these kind of made up things as a way of expanding on that experience, in addition to the studies I've been doing of vehicles and mechanical things as part of my Instagram study sketchbook. Oh, thanks. Glad you like it. Like I said, I mostly just do the organic stuff, and so I really wanted to expand my own abilities. So I thought this would be a good way of doing it. Something I've recommended to people all the time is, a good way to learn new things, new skills, is to do copy work, and then to do original work, and to do studies from life, as much as possible. So I just looked at a lot of images and of cars and motorcycles and airplanes and other kinds of vehicles, and sketched them, maybe hundreds of them, I'm not sure how many, and let that kind of sit in my imagination. I'm a pretty good draftsman. I've been drawing a long time, teach figure drawing and regular drawing, along with other, similar related subjects. But anyway, I don't know every subject as well as maybe I think I should. Maybe I'm worried about something that doesn't really matter all that much. But I like that idea of being able to sit down and confidently render just about anything out of my head. So that's why I put together that perspective course, so I could better understand perspective, but also share that information with others. And of course that's available over there on my teaching site. The courses on 1 and 2 point perspective. Hello. Got my hand all wet. Move that out of the way. Hopefully avoid that issue in the future. So I was working on some sketches here. Got some water on my fist. But hello, everybody coming in. Let me know if there's any questions. Hello. just oh, thanks, appreciate that. Yeah, I tried to look at the best. Hopefully a little bit of that has entered into my capacity. So hopefully that's become at least a small part of my abilities. So yeah, I'm just trying to apply all those. So I did all those what I called morning studies, and I'm going to still keep doing them, but I thought I would take a little bit of a break this weekend, maybe one more day, just kind of round it off, and start doing some original work. Thought it'd be fun to start off doing these kind of bike things. I used to play a lot of Destiny, and haven't played in a while, almost a year actually. It looks like they're taking it to some good places, but I just got so busy doing so many real things that just didn't have any time for it. So I turned it off and walked away. Looks like they got some cool stuff coming though, so maybe it's worth looking into again. I just don't know if I have the time for it. I was kind of playing it at a time when I started playing it when things were getting difficult with the job I had at the time. And so it occupied a lot of my energy for too long. It's fun though. Hello everybody coming in. Welcome to the stream. So, yeah, hopefully finish this in a reasonable amount of time. At least that's the goal. 39 minutes, doing pretty good. Isn't too bad for 39 minutes, I think. So now just some final detailing, I think. Let's see, this needs to show up on the other side, huh? So this is going to come up over here. And then this thing's going to show up over here-ish. And this guy should pop up over here. Make sure we get all of our stuff in there, right? Don't want to leave anybody behind. No line left behind, I always say. Probably more like there, but close enough. Hello everybody coming in. Let me know if there's any questions for all you new people. And of course, anybody who's been in here a little while, you know, don't hesitate to fire off some questions. Appreciate that. Let's whip out this guy, and maybe work on some. So let's see if we can find a spawn. That's the 0.08. I wanted the 0.03. This one right here. What am I doing to myself? Hopefully get some fun details on here. Just kind of in this last phase where I'm really trying to focus in on, you know, what I want out of this. Which things are going to help communicate its form and its function. Hello. Yeah, so just kind of finalizing some remaining details on here. Cleaning things up a little bit since I've got some time. Hello. Everybody coming in? And of course, welcome, especially if you're a new follower. There's been a nice little influx of new people onto my Instagram account. It's always nice to see. Oh, welcome, welcome. Now, for those that aren't aware of who I am, if you're new especially, my name's Peter Sakovich, and do freelance illustration mostly for game companies and that kind of thing, sometimes other types, but related. I teach drawing at Ringling College of Art and Design in Florida, and I also teach privately online through my teaching site that you see at the top of the screen, which I think is fun to do. Got a couple of really great students right now. They're working hard. And yeah, so also paint and draw, and I have a couple other Instagram accounts. One for my teaching stuff, so it's that myartprofessor, and I have one for painting, which is just my name. So yeah, if you haven't checked out those, to give those a look see, and follow those if you're interested in what's going on over there. The teaching one has a lot of time lapses of stuff I'm doing in my classes. My private classes is pretty basic. Oh, there's two different kinds. So I have one that's just video lessons. So you go on the site, you follow along and study the material. And what I have right now there is all perspective stuff. So it's 1 and 2 point perspective, all really intensive stuff. The 1 point perspective course is 100% done. 2.1, all the theory stuff is there, but I need to finish the demo projects. Maybe do a little bit of that tonight, I hope. I'd like to get, once I get started, it's easy to kind of follow through. The hard part is just getting started with those, so I need to do that and finish off that course. And then I'm adding other courses, once I get that one done. So I've got other ones I've got planned I need to work on. And then the other kind is the live course. The project is the finishing off the 2 point perspective class. So I create demo projects for those, so I show how to use it in perspective in different contexts. So it's not just, here's the theory, hope you enjoy. It's, how does this work when you're trying to create a building or an interior or a composition. So it's more than just theory, it's how to actually practically apply it. I actually built a follow-along lesson, so for the 1 point class, that I'm also going to do for the 2 point class. And then once the 2.1's all the way done, I've got plans for 2 more courses immediately, but plans for lots more to come after that. The other thing I do is the live teaching, and I have it's basically like a portfolio or skills development type class. So you come there with a project that you want to develop, and we walk you through how to kind of do that. So whatever your project is, the current ones, I'm helping one guy do his prepare teaching lessons actually for his degree that he's working on. The other student is working on a concept art portfolio, so I'm coaching them through those different things. And that's what that class is more about. It's more of like a coaching situation. The next term won't start until January though. But if you'd like to get on the mailing list so you can sign up for that when it's available, that's where you go to the myartprofessor at the top of the screen here. And there should be a pop-up when you get there that asks for your email. It'll also give you access to a bunch of free lessons I have on the site. So if you're curious about the video stuff, you can get all those free things in there. It's permanent access. So as long as the site exists, as long as I can keep it going, you have permanent access to those things. I may change what's in them a little bit, the free stuff, but that's kind of the plan there. And then there's links in there to, if you want to buy or subscribe to the site, you can do that from there as well. So those are the things that are kind of available for me at the moment. So yeah, if you're interested in that, head on over there, check it out, subscribe. I also have a series called the myartprofessor Monthly, which I got really behind on because I got really busy freelancing this summer and then moving, so it kind of threw all of my plans out of whack. So I finished the first month and then wasn't able to get back to it. It's a monthly series where I kind of develop things that I'm working on, maybe in the Instagram. I do a more thorough explanation, and you can watch the whole process there again and again. So I've finished catching up on all of those. I'm very proud of myself for that. But maybe I shouldn't be. But I filmed June, July, August, and September over the last couple of weeks. So I might do something like this for October. That's what I'm kind of thinking about at the moment. I just drank the wrong water. I knew that was going to happen. I just drank my watercolor jar. Don't want to do that. Literally never done that before. I've almost done it many times, but I've never actually done it until today. So live on the internet, I did that. So I add in some color accents in here, and then it'll probably be done. Yeah, it's like a flying motorcycle. It's okay if your English isn't great. The other languages I speak aren't all that. I don't speak them all that well either. But we do what we can with what we have, right? It's like a hover bike. I'll write that here. There we go. Hover bike. That's what I would call it if I had to pick a name. But if you played like Destiny or at all, they have the sparrows you ride around on. So something like one of those. So that's what I was thinking of when I was designing. Oops! Watch out for my hand. So I'm just kind of adding some color accents. Oh, I've been working professionally for, I don't know, a long time. So that'd be hard to answer exactly. But yeah, I went to university for illustration. I did start actually working when I was in school. But I also have done a lot of teaching over the years. And that's been a big part of what I do. But yeah, I like to do freelance when it comes in, and had a bunch of opportunities this summer to do a lot of that, which I mentioned before, which was really nice. Glad people picked me. I'm gonna put myself out there. So yeah, I'd say my early mid-20s when I really got started. But hopefully haven't finished. This summer though was like the first time I've ever really tried really hard to get a lot of freelance. So in the past I just kind of relied on opportunities that would come my way, which isn't necessarily the best philosophy, probably the worst. But it seemed to work for a long time, and I was kind of a situation where I was going to need more to do. And I didn't want to get a regular job. Now, it's been an hour. I'll go on for a few more minutes. Almost done here. Hello everybody, sorry the stream cut out. Welcome back if you were just here. I didn't realize it had been an hour and it turned off automatically as it usually does. Alright, I'm going to dry this off, put some shadow accents on here, and then we'll be done. Welcome back, human. Just about done here today, so I thought I'd come back on for a few more minutes while I finish this up. What do we got over on the D-Live side? There we go. Let's turn sideways. But yeah, just gonna touch this up with a few things. Let's see, where did that particular? There it is. So hopefully this is all the way dry. Hello everybody coming in. Yeah, just bringing this to a finish. Just adding in a little bit of shadow on top of the colors here. Keeping it simple. One color for the shadow. I kind of did that before when I was playing with the purple, but this is more of like a final soft shadow. Hey everybody coming in. Where were all of you before? Very disappointed. I am going to have to call your parents, let them know that you were absent from class without an excuse. They'll be very disappointed in you. Very disappointed. And it will go on your permanent record. I've been working on this for just about an hour, actually. Almost done. So, just an hour today. If you want to watch the whole live stream from above, you can go check out my YouTube or my DLive. Just look up myartprofessor there. And you can watch it at your leisure over the next while. Hopefully I didn't pick my nose. Yeah, it's just a sketch. It's nothing serious, nothing too insane. So I'm just kind of touching things up here and there a little bit. I'm going to call it done. I'm going to set up the time lapse and throw this up on the Instagram. So I think it's done, more or less. Unless you guys have any really good suggestions. Hello everybody coming in. So yeah, I think we're done for today. And like I say, as usual, if you haven't been there, do check out my teaching site that you see at the top of the screen here on Instagram, or on the bottom on the other live streams. If you haven't been there, check it out. There's a bunch of stuff that I think is really cool, and there's a bunch of free stuff. So you sign up, it just gives you my gives me your email address that I'll just use for talking about the stuff going on with the class and the different lessons I'm putting up there. I don't put them out too often, actually. I should do like weekly, but I get lazy about sending out emails, so I don't spam all that often, sadly. But thanks for everybody that came in. Do appreciate it, and we'll talk to you guys next time. Thanks again over on the DLive side and everybody else.